Whew. Couple minutes late. Sorry about being late. Anybody on yet? Maybe not. Let's see. Hello? Just organizing a little bit and throwing away some of these old newspapers, even though they're really cool. They got some cool ads, but they're pretty gross. Hey, Mater. Check out these ads from the 80s. Pretty cool. I wish you could buy a lounge chair for only $7. It's like 10 times that now. Let's see. It says we've got 3 people watching. Who else is on? Also, Mater, welcome. I know this is your first time on stream. Hey, Dill Pickle, welcome. So, Mater, just to fill you in, this is the flathead 6-cylinder engine that I found in my garage when I bought this place. I've got a lot of kitty litter on the ground, as you can see, because last week I made a huge mess. Tearing into it. My goal is to rebuild this thing without spending any money on parts. And my plan kind of fell apart last week because we found some things that need to be replaced. Like, there's no way around it. So, I'm making a couple exceptions because they're somewhat small things, kind of. The piston rings on one of the pistons need to be replaced, and the timing chain needs to be replaced. And I did some research. A timing chain, I can only find it in a couple places, and it's not cheap. So I might try to find one in a junkyard, but that's going to be hard too because there's not many of these around. Yeah, it was greasier than a politician. Definitely. But yeah, I've been pretty busy this week, so I haven't actually been able to come out here and work on this anymore. But I don't know if y'all remember, we got to where I can't get crankshaft out because the engine stands in the way. So I got to figure out how to lift this guy or set it on something so that I can finish working on it. And thought about just getting building some sort of frame out of 2x4s, but again, I didn't have time this week. So I think instead, I'm going to try and improvise. Improvise without losing any digits. Motorcycle stand almost works. Actually, I wonder if I put some blocks under that if it would work. Yo, new guy's guitar. Tom, how's it going? The weather is fantastic. It is approximately cold. outside. Let's see. What does it say the temperature is? According to my cell phone, it is 28 degrees out, so that's not too bad. It's a little bit warmer than it has been, but it's supposed to get down into the teens here pretty soon. Yeah, pickle. The 6% recycled recommended that I try taking a link out of the chain. There is enough slop in it that I probably could. However, I'm not sure I'm confident enough to put it back together properly. Plus, the way that this is made, I wouldn't be able to just take out one of these links. I'd have to take out this link and then this in-between link as well. That's quite a lot of shortening. But it's pretty sloppy in there, so. And maybe you're right. If I get a used one, it could cause issues in the future. And I'm even just considering using that one, but it is sloppier than a toddler eating spaghetti, so it's not, I don't know, could mess with our timing. But this engine is not necessarily looking to make this a long-lasting deal. I'm making look at a working deal for free, or basically free. So we'll see. But yeah, I think I have an idea. I think if I can I'll get the winch back around the engine, lift it up a bit. We'll get that motorcycle stand on some blocks, and then I think we can just set the engine on that motorcycle stand and have enough room to unbolt things and get things out. Just got to figure out how to do it without losing a finger. It's 6 Fahrenheit, man. You got me beat. Definitely colder there. Okay. Do you guys get a lot of snow there right now with it being so cold? New Guys Garage, welcome. I was waiting for you to get on, and now that you're on and Tom's on, I got the New Guys Garage sticker here, and I'm going to go ahead and slap it on the toolbox. Yeah. And Mater, I'm jealous of your weather. Texas sounds really nice. You just like to rub it in. All right, let's see. How long is this cable? Okay, don't mind the mess. There's my toolbox. Already got some stickers on there. Only just 3 so far, so you're going to be number 4, man. And one of them is my own. And one of them is something from the 1776 Foundation, so not even car related. The other one is Stainback Steelworks. She does a lot of welding and fab work and stuff, and she makes welding art as well. You can find her on Instagram. That's where I followed her, and we did a sticker swap. That was pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my toolbox is lonely. It'll get more stickers eventually. Okay. Let's see what we can do. This is the Redneck engine lift. It consists of a Harbor Freight winch and a Redneck gantry crane thing. Just some 2x4s. Definitely need to get an engine lift. Isn't working quite how I was hoping. I wonder. I wonder if I have another piece of chain. Like this. Maybe this strap is not the right length. Point 23578.9% of HP. I don't know, man. I think it gained a little bit more than that. At least 2 whole percent. Like at least 10 times what you're saying. Exactly. It's not the stuff the size of the box. It's what you stick on it. It's kind of like when you put stickers on an engine or a car. It adds horsepower. It's been proven. Doing it like that is looking for trouble. Yes, I know. And don't do what I'm doing because it's dangerous. There's your disclaimer. OSHA approved. Indeed. I wonder. This thing is pretty light now that. Yeah, that's going to work good enough, maybe. I just need it to. Maybe. I just need it to go up a little bit. I can maybe put a jack underneath the bottom of it too. I don't know. Oh, I didn't have that on there. Just enough. I can get this all situated. All right. Don't try this at home. Mater, I bet you never figured you'd pop into my live stream and see some crazy, dangerous stuff like this, eh? I think that ought to give me just enough room to work this out of here. Yep. Not going to lose my digits. I ought to take my glove off and show you the scar. I almost lost a finger once. I think I told that story. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, no, I have definitely done worse. Again, this is just to support this while I have the back of the stand halfway undone. So I'm not bending the crap out of the stand, and then I'm not, yeah. Again, the right way to do this, the way I was originally going to do it, build a little 2x4 platform with a couple 2x4s going this way, with some legs on either side. That was just a bit taller than this, and then I could kind of lift the guy up onto the little makeshift table and actually pull the stand out from under it and be able to work on the block like that. But this works too. So rear main seal on this is really weird looking, actually. Now I'm kind of hoping I'm going to be able to. Hopefully I'm looking at this right. I don't have to pull this thing off. If I do have to pull that off, then I'm going to have to build that little platform like I'm talking about. Oh, nope, I think that'll just work, actually. Okay, sweet. Maybe here, can I get you in closer on what I'm doing? I feel like you're a little out of the loop. Nectar of the gods, yeah. I'm trying to quit these, kind of. They're good, though. With the price of wood, yeah, but, you know, I'd rather pay some for wood. It'd be cheaper to build that little table than it would be to buy an engine lift. Although, I don't know. I do enough stuff like this and like working on, it'd be really handy to, working on motorcycles and crap too, to have an engine lift. So maybe I'll just break down and buy one. Hey, 6% recycled. Welcome, welcome. You didn't miss much. I scared everybody, making them think that I was going to do some weird stuff. And yeah. And if you're talking about my gloves and why I ought to be doing it barehanded like a real mechanic, I normally do, but my wife asked me very kindly to wear gloves when I do this. And so I'm obliging her. Because first couple times I did it, I didn't wear gloves like normal. And this stuff is really gunky and greasy and stuff. And she was afraid I was going to get it in places it's not supposed to be, like our child's mouth and stuff. So Yeah, this is kind of, I'm thinking this holds in the rear main seal. I don't think I've ever seen one like this before. But if that's the case, this is a pretty good design. I like this. I mean, if it was in a car and you're trying to change the rear main seal like this. But this is my first Mopar anything I've worked on, so at least I think. Definitely, at least in this depth. Yeah, I think maybe it would have been easier when I was taking the flywheel off. If I would have pulled this part off with the puller, I think it would have come off easy. Order of operations is important, and you make your life harder when you don't figure that out first. Okay. Oh, that one actually fell. Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, I think I might be able to get this crankshaft out now. Molars are weird. Yeah, but they're important for crushing and grinding your food. You're editing out mistakes on a live feed. You went live, or what's up with that? Tom, I've been tearing this apart for really, really slowly for like a month. That sounds like a long time, but I think it's been like 4 live streams. Maybe it's only been 3. No, I think it's been 4. The problem is I have a life outside of this, and so I have a job, and I have a child, and I have a family, and a lot of other things going on, especially right now with the holidays. So really haven't had a whole lot of time to work on this except for a few hours every Sunday and sometimes in between during the week, but not really. So yeah, this is kind of my time to work on this. When it gets warmed up, hopefully I'll have more time to do this sort of thing. It's also just so freaking cold out here all the time. It's hard to work for extended periods of time, or like I ran into issues where all this gunk and grime, getting rid of that is really hard when it's all frozen. And then when you spray degreaser on it and go, okay, that'll help me out. You come back tomorrow and all the degreaser has frozen on the side of the engine. That's pretty great. But yeah, so about a month, which sounds way too long to be tearing an engine apart. It should only take an afternoon. But that's where I'm at right now. Also, live streaming and talking with everybody slows me down as well, but it's fun. Your problem would be editing out bad words from all the mistakes. Welcome, Rick. I don't think I saw you until just now. Welcome to the live stream. No editing out. Oh, I see. Yes. Thankfully, I don't have the same problems as you guys. I don't really curse too terribly much. And like, this is supposed to be a learning experience for me and all of you. So if I edit out the mistakes, what good is that? You got to learn from mistakes, right? Oh yeah, Tom, you missed quite a bit. But the exciting part is yet to come. Cleaning everything and putting everything back together. And that's why you build in the house. Now, I know you can build in the house, and that's cool. I think my wife would probably kill me. Our floors, which I just redid in September. Just redid all the floors in September. They would not be as nice anymore because, as you see, I just make a mess. So I could be more careful, but what's the fun in that? Okay. See if I can't get this out. Yeah, man, when you're careful like you, and when you are messing with nice shiny parts, you can build in your living room. Well, I guess you do have that other engine that's in your living room that's not all shiny. That is true. There we go. Huh. All right, that's how you do that. Okay, main bearings look all right. Main bearings look about the same as the connecting rod bearings. Put this all back together. We can take all this crazy contraption off. And get down to just a bare block. That will be nice. Ouch. This, whatever. Oh, there goes the piston that was stuck. And that also has a broken piston ring. That's not fun. Oops. So there, that was piston number 5. And piston number 2 was the one that was chipped. Oh man. Yeah, see, so I had this crazy wacky idea to save this piston. But I don't think it's going to happen. You see right here, this big, huge chip? That goes all the way up to the top. Then over here, we've got the same thing all the way out through the top. And everything is pretty much destroyed right here. Not only does it go through the top, it goes down to the next piston ring. Everything below that looks okay. The same here, blown up through the top and blown down to the next piston ring. Had this wacky idea. I thought maybe, just maybe, this top ring broke and then broke through the top of the piston, and that was the only thing wrong with this, and I didn't have all this other junk. I thought, oh man, I could just like weld that and reshape it, right? I might be a little optimistic at this point. I think instead of a $0 rebuild, this is going to be like a $100 rebuild, because I'm going to have to get a couple things, which kind of blows. Two. Sweet. Get all this put back together. A little bit more. Give me a little bit more. All right, and the reveal of the camshaft. Since we can see it in here, might as well just show y'all. Maybe. Come on, the camera moves, doesn't it? Yeah. All right, I don't know if you can see that, but all our lobes look really good. Nothing is rounded off, at least not that I can see at this moment. We got nice even wear patterns, so I think camshaft is good to go, which that's exciting. I gotta catch up on all these messages. Hey, somebody's 10 millimeter. I wonder if you're my 10 millimeter, because I've been searching for one of my 10 millimeters for a while, so maybe you found it. Oh, you've got a gas furnace, 6%. Yeah, I've got a wood stove. I think I pointed this out before. I showed it a little bit earlier as well. That's a wood stove, and that's some stovepipe next to it. But I still need to cut a hole in the wall and get a flange kit and then pipe the thing outside, and then I will have heat in here, and it won't be so dang uncomfortable. So you can build guitars, but they're not really that messy. That's fair. That's fair. And hello, 10 millimeter again. Beast of a crank. Yes, it's pretty beefy. You have to cut out for church. Well, yeah, I'm glad that you were here for a little bit, Rick. Appreciate you stopping by. Have fun at church. Very little bad words anymore. Broke your finger a couple months ago and just one big F-bomb when it happened. Nice. Make up words instead of cussing. That is, that's something that I do sometimes too. Or I'll just say like stupid stuff. Hey, PNW Outdoor Reviews. How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. It's been a while. All you guys should go, if you're into outdoor gear, you should go follow PNW Outdoor Reviews. He's my buddy from back in Washington State, and he makes really good product review videos for like backpacking and camping gear. And he's a super great dude, so you should go support him. Yeah, wonder what happened to that piston. If I had to guess, piston rings wore out somehow. I don't know. And then broke off and busted the piston. But how exactly that happened, I don't know. I'm going to flip the block over here real quick, and we'll take a look at inside the cylinder walls and see if that was cylinder number 2. So we'll see if there's some big scratches or anything in there, and we'll see if we can figure out anything else. Definitely toasted, yeah. Yeah, I did find out why they left it in the garage for me. Slick 50 and Seafoam, it's good for 200K. I think so. It is starting to look more like money spent. How bad are the cylinder gouged? Yeah. Let's flip it over and see what it looks like on the inside. So here's the other thing I could do. I could go the really cheapo route. I could turn this into a 5-cylinder engine. I could just I could grind the intake and exhaust lobes off of the cam there. Actually, I wouldn't even have to do that. Yeah, I could just take the intake and exhaust valves out. No, that probably wouldn't be smart. Yeah, I could grind the intake and exhaust lobes off of that one cylinder, and then it would just be a dead piston. Make sure to put some new rings in there so it doesn't just totally fall apart and munch things, but get these bearings out real quick and then we'll flip it. This was 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay. Let's get this thing flipped. Ooh, sorry for the jerky camera. Okay. This is where one of those really nice engine stands with a crank makes things really easy. I don't have one of those though. Let me pick these up before I lose them. Losing bolts down in the kitty litter. Okay. Get a look down in here. I don't have my flashlight in my pocket. Hopefully there's enough light. Okay, starting at the beginning. That's just a piece of dirt right there. Cylinder 1 looks good. Cylinder 2, which is the one with the crazy blown out piston, also looks good. Oh wait, what's this? Ooh. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. Right down there, there is a dent in the cylinder wall, and I can feel that with my finger pretty good. So, yeah, that's not the best. Cylinder 3 looks pretty good. Cylinder 4 is looking good. 5's good. 6 is good. So I think, definitely had some sort of catastrophic failure in cylinder number 2. But all the other ones look okay. But there is a dent in that cylinder. I hope that is going to be okay. If not, maybe this will be a 5-cylinder engine. The piston broke with all the bow ties and blue ovals at 8. I don't know about that. I've done this sort of thing with Ford engines before, Mater, and I've never run into such a catastrophic failure. Just saying, bud. Hey, East Coast Ken. Welcome, welcome. I didn't have to do my bicep curls today. I just did. Dingle ball hone for the win. Other than cylinder 2. Yeah. Boring out the cylinders. Maybe one new piston sleeve. Maybe. Yeah, I know. I picked the best engine to do a $0 rebuild on. The dent is big enough that I can see it and I can feel it with my finger. Honestly, it doesn't feel terrible. I might risk it. And I know everybody's going to start saying, like, no, you're going to end up with another catastrophic failure. And you're probably right. But they used to make air compressors kind of like that. All right, see you after a bit, Ken. Thanks for hopping on. All righty. Well, let me get resituated here. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, this is almost a bare block. I still have to take the valve train out, but I still can't find my valve spring compressor tool. Might try to do it with a screwdriver. Done that before. Not fun, but can be done. Yeah, the reason I chose this to be the $0 rebuild is because this engine and transmission, they were free, so started with $0. They were just left in the garage. Well, the neighbors are getting new countertops or something. And so I figured, hey, maybe this thing runs just how it is. Maybe it's going to be easy. I almost tried to fire it up just sitting on the ground. I was like, nah, it's a bad idea. I have no idea, what this thing is up to. So decided to tear into it first. I'm glad I did. Yeah, then last week finding those broken piston rings and that timing chain, I was like, well, I'll buy piston rings and I'll buy a timing chain. And so far it looks like that's really all I'd have to do, except for that one piston as well. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I spend some money on it? Should I make it a 5-cylinder engine just because? Should I deal with the slop in the timing chain and just buy piston rings? Like, what do you guys think? I don't want to spend a whole ton of money on it. You know, this is supposed to be super cheapo, but drop a weld and grind it down. You mean in the cylinder wall? Is that what you're talking about? Where that dent is? It's because they're always behind Mopar. Okay, Mater. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. Okay, okay. Really good bronze braze out there that would hold. Well, see, so Mater, that's just the thing, is I was going to see how this goes. Man, the lighting's horrible right here. I'm going to change camera angles. Hopefully that's better. I was going to see if I can get it running first. If I was successful, which I think I would be, then my next plan was to put some feelers out on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and other places like that. See if I couldn't find a rig that somebody was just trying to get rid of, and see if I could get a rig for free, like just anything. And then putting this in that and build the $0 project car or project truck or whatever. I just think it'd be funny to have an old school engine from the 40s in like a 1990 something, you know, or 80 something, or who knows. It's one of those things. Maybe I could find a 1940s rig that somebody's willing to give me that's just rusting out in the field, but most of the time those are worth money and people don't want to just, you know, get rid of them. So, but that was my idea. Maybe I could just turn this into a gambler project and my budget can be $500. I think that's somewhat reasonable. And I like for the whole project. So maybe I'll spend 100 or two on the engine, see if I can get a rolling chassis for only a couple $100 and maybe sell stuff off of whatever I buy to try and recoup some costs that I can buy some more stuff for it or whatever. I don't know. Parts cost and availability. I did that a little bit. So I can get piston rings for this engine, a whole set for like $50. It's not bad. The timing chain, however, just for the chain itself, I only found a couple places online that was selling it, and the cheapest place is like $100 for just the chain. So it's not the whole set, just the chain. I feel like that's a little bit expensive, but I think it's one of those things where it's just hard to find them. So, I mean, I guess $100 isn't a big deal for a modern chain, but something old, you know, it's kind of simple. Yeah, the dent is in the piston's travel. It's near the bottom of the piston's travel. So I'm wondering if maybe that's where the failure happened. Piston was all the way down on whatever stroke, and that's when it fell apart or something. I don't know. To make a dent like that, you would think that there'd have to be some sort of, like, if it was just something cracked, right? You'd think there'd be a huge scratch up the side of the cylinder wall, but there's not. There's just a dent near the bottom. It might be actually at the bottom of the travel. I don't know. I'll have to measure it, but it's down there a ways. So it would also be hard to weld or braze just because of where it's at. I don't have any brazing equipment. I just have a MIG welder, and I don't think I'd get my gun down to that right spot. And to be able to like actually cut it to the right shape with the tools that I have is going to be near impossible. I think I'd have to take to a machine shop to get it right. But go 5-cylinder just to see how it is. But also, he wouldn't take your advice on engines. Okay. Restore it. Just get the essentials and 99-cent spray paint. The 99-cent spray paint, I don't think it would stick. I've used dollar spray paint. It's awful. But maybe some Rust-Oleum spray paint. Spray paint rebuild. Craigslist rebuild. Pickle and 10 millimeter. Yeah. Well, this was supposed to be a hillbilly overhaul. At least that's what I call it. I've only ever heard one other person use that term. I thought I made it up, but I guess not. Where you basically just take everything apart, clean it, and fix any little things, and then put it back together and call it good. You wouldn't worry too much about the dent? Okay. I think we'll risk the dent then. Okay. Well, maybe. So what do you think about, should I buy piston rings, and should I buy the timing chain? Because the deal was $0 except for consumables. And I was still getting, got to have like oil, and I have a whole gasket set for the engine that I found here in the garage, which is kind of nifty. But my original plan before I found that was to just cut my own gaskets. So gasket paper would also be a consumable. And I'll still cut gaskets if that kit is missing some. But yeah, do I go for it and replace all the bearings too? Or I don't know. Rebuild it like they do in Washington, D.C. Is this some sort of slimy politician joke? Like Build Back Better? We're not going to get into politics on this channel. This is all about engines and cars. You can keep your political opinions to yourself. Whoop. Everybody has opinions, and everyone likes to cover them up, at least to a certain extent, kind of like their buttholes. So oh, that's a good idea. Put the crank and piston number 2 back in the engine and rotate it and see if it hits the dent. That's not a bad idea at all. I might do that. I think I'll do that on the way to reassembly though. Because once I get this all cleaned up, I'll actually put this on the workbench so that we can really dive in and get it super clean and make sure everything is in there the way it's supposed to. The other thing is, like I said, with it being so cold, I can't really degrease stuff properly until I get heat out here. And since it's so close to Christmas, next weekend, there won't be a live stream next weekend, by the way. But I think what I'm going to do with live streams from now on is, since we're at this point anyway, is we'll still do some work on the engine, but not after I get heat going out here, but maybe in between now and when it starts warming up, or I get time to actually install the wood stove. Maybe we'll do a live stream where we have some people up on panel and just talk car stuff. What do you guys think about that? I know other channels do that, but we could do it too. Oh, your comment was a joke, Mater? I know. Yeah, maybe we get Mater up here in panel at some point, and New Guy's Garage up in here too, and maybe 6% recycle. We could just get all of y'all. We'll have a little like hangout, chat about cars, share ideas or something. All right, instead of just standing around, I am going to try and get these valves out, I think. You've never done it, but it could be fun. Sweet, sweet. And you think it sounds fun too? Mater, what do you think? You've got the most experience doing that sort of thing since you stream like 2 or 3 times a week. Okay. I wonder if I've got a magnet actually. I don't know where I went, but I had a magnet on a stick, and that works really good for getting these the keepers off of these valve springs. Because well, I don't think this is going to work. Oh, that one worked. Oh. Well, not quite. That's where the magnet comes in handy. You stick it in there, you get the keepers off. Maybe I got something else. We could definitely talk about cars tomorrow on Wednesday night. I feel like you talk about everything, though. You could join us sometime, Dill Pickle. Also, you ought to check out Mater's live streams. Again, Mondays and Wednesdays, he's always streaming. They're always talking about all sorts of stuff. It's pretty fun. Okay. Let's see. Well, see, this is where having the right tools makes the job way, way easier. Well, I got 1/2 of one keeper. I got just 1/2 off of one of the valves. Oh, now maybe I got this thing all jammed up. Oh, there we go. Oh. I don't know if that's gonna work. Might wait for, might just order another spring compressor tool. Ah. Nope, that's not going to work either. Yep, that's what I was saying, Mater. I have one somewhere. Got a valve spring compressor tool somewhere. But it's in a box somewhere. unless I left it back in Washington, then that's also possible. I haven't used it since I lived there. So it's very possible that's where it is. Or I lent it to somebody. I've done that before too. You lend tools out to people, they don't bring them back. So maybe I'll just order another one. Or some safety glasses. A C-clamp and a small block of wood to hold the old valve down. It's not a bad idea. Hey, Juan, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Juan. I don't think I have any C-clamps. Actually, hold on. I have... if this clamp would work. This is like a woodworking clamp, but that might do the trick. We'll give this a shot. Oh, you can't see it. Juan, how are you doing? How's life? Oh. Oh, I got it. That was entirely too much work for just one valve. Ooh, valve. Looking pretty good. All these valves do look pretty good. They just need to be cleaned. Oh, but now I don't know if I can get the spring out. That's where the spring compression tool again would come in. I'll come in handy. There we go. Springy. Oh, these tappets go out the other way. I didn't realize that. I kind of thought they were going to come up here, but they go out that way. Okay. Who said C-clamp? That was a good idea. Although still extremely difficult. Doing good. It is a Pittsburgh clamp mater. I am a huge fan of Harbor Freight. I think we discussed this. I just don't have one here where I live. Gotta grab some firewood. Okay. Have fun with that, Dill Pickle. How's that taste? It's okay. You talking about my drink? It's not bad. Take a sample? Oh, you mean the oil? Huh, okay. Huh. Tastes like chicken. Just kidding. I'm not one of those guys that tastes engine oil. That's, I'll smell it and feel it. Not a fan of tasting it, you know? C-clamp for a small win, yes. I think I'm going to get a spring compressor tool, though, before I do the rest of these. I think if you guys are cool with it, we'll just chat and scrape gunk off for the rest of the stream. Rather not state it smart. What do you mean? I don't understand. Here's the other question. I think this engine was silver originally, even though there's some red paint on something. There's red paint on the starter, but I think this engine was silver. I think this is paint. What color should I paint this engine? Should I paint it to the silver it probably was? Or do I paint it some other color? Ah, Pickle, that was quick. Welcome back. You say original color? And you guys garage says, cool with you. I'm assuming you're talking about scraping and hanging out. You guys have any fun plans for next weekend, if y'all celebrate Christmas or not. Painted cast aluminum to confuse people. I like that idea. Degreaser and hose down. See, I would, Juan. That's the way that I would normally do it, but it is below freezing here, and it has been for the past couple months. So I am going to do that, but not until it's warmer or until I can get heat in here in the garage all set up. And you're cooking while watching. What are you cooking? Hanging out with the family. Dan and I are going to our older bro's place. Oh, wait, hold on. Are you guys brothers? Like, you guys are related? I didn't know that. I thought you were just buddies. You ordered brand new Milwaukee tools. You're going to start making and selling log furniture. Dude, that's awesome. Your grandma got you a gift, and she says it's from the 1930s. Oh, you'll have to let us know what that is. But dude, you're going to be making some furniture. That's really cool. I hope that I wish you all the success in that. Being your own boss is one of the best feelings in the world. So if you could make a living doing that, or even just a little extra cash, it's worth it, man. Your mom's coming over, 6%. And then your larger family gathering is at your cousin's. Nice, nice. You're working on the electrical for the table saw. How's that? So you haven't used it yet. What's going to be your first project that you're going to cut on that, Mater? I want to know. Also, it's really cool. I really think that's really cool. I'm glad you finally shared toy number 2. Ah, dude, I didn't know you guys were related. Well, that's so cool. Made log furniture for about 10 years. Dude. Sweet, sweet. Pickle, you can learn from the master. I'd hang out with my brother a whole lot more often if he lived closer, but unfortunately he lives about 2,000 miles away, so. Oh, never mind. I thought I saw something, but it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. You can get that bathroom vanity made. Sweet, sweet. And Juan, you're making a croissant with eggs. That sounds delicious. Well, so I guess that brings me to another question. Mater, when is the next cooking video you guys are going to make? Oh, man. This thing is really gunky. Kind of like it's been leaking for decades, you know? Yeah. Let me know next time you're going to make a cooking video or a live stream. And make sure you make plenty of videos of the building the vanity. I think that would be fun to watch. You should record your log furniture, or at least, it's pretty good advertising. It's just at least taking a photo of what you've got and posting it on your social media. I know you got Instagram. Social media kind of just sucks all the way around, but that's just my opinion, I guess. But it's a great marketing tool. And, even if you did some time lapses of you building the thing, or progress photos, or even just the end result, people would dig that. You should. New Guy's Guitar, Tom, you should definitely, you know what you ought to do? You ought to make like a music video of you sitting in the furniture you made, playing your guitar or something. All right, Rick. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Rick. And have a good time at church. And we'll see you next time, hopefully. No live stream next weekend, but hopefully the weekend after. Or hold on, weekend after is New Year's, I think. Yeah, so maybe not the weekend after either. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so also wanted to see, I know sir, 6% recycled. I forget what state you're in now. I know you told me at one point, but I think you're up pretty close to the new guys, both of them. And I know you said there's a Gambler near you. Do you guys all know what the Gambler 500 is? I think that's something I'm going to try and do. Hopefully this, in 2023, but it's pretty cool. I don't think they have anything up in Canada for you, Dill Pickle. I'm sorry. In Michigan. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you guys are close. Yeah, you're just state apart. If I'm remembering my maps correctly. Tom and Dan, you guys should build a Gambler car and travel all the way to Michigan and enter their Gambler 500. Unless there's one more close to you guys. But there's one over here, like the OG one, which is in Oregon, which is a little far away now, but I'm hoping to go to that one still. You do make your own events. Okay, cool. Gambler 500 is an American thing, but I don't think there's anything stopping you from hosting your own Gambler event up in Canada. Don't know. It's kind of an idea, I think. And you've heard of it, but you're not familiar with it. So basically, it's changed a lot, I think, since the first one. Right? The first one, I think, was just a bunch of buddies that got together and they're like, okay, we'll have a budget of $500 to build a rally car and And then they rallied through the mountains in Oregon just for kicks and picked up trash and stuff along the way. And it started becoming a big event. And then they started doing Hoop DX, which is basically it's like rallycross kind of, but with beta rigs. There's a lot of people that spend more than $500 now. There's people that go down there and they have really fancy rigs too. It's just kind of a big hangout now. And the whole idea is getting together, having fun, rallying through the mountains in junk cars, and picking up trash and help keeping the trails open. So I want to do it, and I want to stay true to the $500 budget. It's a little harder now, especially with the used car market being so crazy. It's kind of taming out now, but there's no $300 cars anymore, it seems. It's not a mini bike race. So I've never been. And they don't advertise a whole bunch because it's not necessarily supposed to be this big promotion thing. It's more of just people getting together, having fun, and taking care of trails. So there's probably people there with mini bikes, and there's probably mini bike races. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know that that's. I don't know if that's one of the main events or not. You got a free quad. How did you manage that? That's a steal. Last year's was June. I think it was June in Oregon as well. And you've already blown the budget buying the Chambler. Yeah, but the Chambler project, if you guys don't know what the Chambler is, you have to go over to 6% Recycle's channel and watch his videos on the Chambler. It is one of the coolest mashups I've ever seen, where they took a 65 Rambler and a Jeep Cherokee and cut them both in half basically and slapped them together, which is funny because they're both unibody cars, so you can't just take the body off one and put it on the frame of the other. They did some janky splicing, and Sir 6% has been trying to get it all a little safer and ready to go and get it all running and stuff, and super cool. So you got this old 65 Rambler car with a 4-liter and 4-wheel drive, and it's freaking cool. I think, yeah, that's a really cool project, man. Like, I think it's super cool, and you should definitely take it to Gambler if you're able to. If you get it safe enough to drive there anyway, or trailer, or however you're going to get it there anyway. Mini bike Gambler race. So maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same thing. Just they have mini bike events too. You ought to take your mini bike and travel north, Mater. Nice. It even ran when you got a free quad that ran. That's awesome. I'm glad that it serves you well. Starting to square the body and the chassis this week. Current wheelbase is 2 inches of side to side. Yeah, and I saw your. I'm still not all caught up, I don't think. I saw where you were. They had like really booger welded the rear end in there with how the spring perches were, and they had the axle on top of the springs instead of underneath them, and all sorts of weird, wacky stuff. And I saw that you kind of had to move things over, and it wasn't quite square and stuff, or something. Were you able to fix that? Okay, Tom. Thank you for joining, and since you won't be able to comment, but you'll still be listening, we'll just make a lot of jokes at your expense, and you'll be defenseless, and it'll be great. But no, have fun Christmas shopping. We're probably only gonna go for another 10 or 15 minutes and call it a day. Let's see. So besides this engine, it came with a 3-speed transmission that I know some of you saw because I took it off, but this 3-speed transmission, right here, and it's a column shift 3-speed. So if you see, the shifting stuff is on the side instead of on the top because there's no stick on the top. It's just got linkages on the side to change the gears. I'm planning on kind of converting that into, well, the goal is to make sure the transmission is in good condition, and so I'm going to tear into that and hillbilly overhaul it as well. But I'm not going to try and convert it to a floor shift with any of the floor shift kits. I'm thinking I could just figure out some easy redneck linkage and have two different sticks, because there's, two different linkages on the column shifters. And so it'll be interesting to figure out the shift pattern, but I think it'd be fun to have two sticks to shift the transmission. Be different and difficult, but also really redneck. So okay, you guys do want to make fun of Tom? Oh, you guys are brutal. You put the chassis back on jacks, level it, and then separate the body. Try to make it not 100% death trap. Got new rear spring mounts to replace what they did to the rear leafs. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So I don't know. I don't have any jokes at Tom's expense. He seems like a nice guy and he plays good guitar. So I do have a joke though that I heard the other day. Maybe you guys will enjoy it, maybe not. But there's two crooks that are robbing a liquor store. And one of them grabs a bottle and picks it up, and he looks at the other guy and he says, "Hey, is this whiskey?" And the other robber looks at him and he says, "Well, yeah, it's whiskey, but not as whiskey as robbing a bank." I heard that one and I thought it was funny. So I thought I'd share. Oh. I can do this. Maybe. I got the new guy will never get old because he will always be the new guy. It was so bad. It was good. And the dad jokes have begun. Does that mean that you want more dad jokes? Because I've got more too. What do you call a guy with a hamster crammed in each one of his ears? You can call him whatever you want because he can't hear you. Anyway, got a new flag because the last one I had ended up staying in Washington. So I've got to figure out where to put this in here. I'm thinking about hanging it up on the wall. I think maybe right above this workbench would be pretty good. Above all the tools. But I need fasteners to fasten it to the wall. So actually, those are in the house real quick. So I'll need to run in the house real quick, but I'll be right back. And I guess let's see. Do I remember another one? I could leave you with one more dad joke before I run in there real quick. If I can remember. Now, I know all y'all heard my how to stay warm standing in the corner one. So you would lend me your Milwaukee. Well, I appreciate that. I think I'm just going to use thumbtacks though. There was actually just happened here in town a couple days ago. Some kids blew up some Christmas ornaments in somebody's yard. You know, they were inflatable, so they blew them up. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Did that last one sink in with you yet? My jokes will not be as awful as the engine I'm working on. Oh. That is true. Well, only for now. Only for now. Hopefully one day my jokes are worse than the engine I'm working on. Well, you have to pull that nail too, I think. Well, of course, I decided to put all this stuff in front of the workbench. Well, yeah. Cool. America. Thank you. Thank you. I like it. I've got another one that's going to go out here too. That's it's a BMW flag. It's in some of my previous videos, I think. Or maybe actually, maybe it's not. I actually have a handful of videos that I filmed, but then hadn't edited yet. And then the hard drive that I was storing them on decided to stop working. And I still have the hard drive, and I intend on repairing it and recovering that footage, but footage is from like a year ago. And yeah, it's the lost videos. So I had a 1966 GMC pickup truck that I did a bunch of work to, and I filmed it all. And there's only one video up on my channel about it. It's the very first video I ever made. It's not the best video, but yeah, I had like 5 or 6 videos of that truck that I just hadn't edited yet. And now they're just gone. And now the truck's gone too. I sold it. And then I have quite a lot of footage of working on a BMW, which I still have, but it's still in Washington. I need to pick it up when all the snow's gone. And all that footage is gone too, except for the latest installment that I filmed earlier this year, which hopefully will be coming out before the end of this year. But I need to film a clip explaining why the state it's in, why it's in that state. So yes, everything is a hammer except for a hammer. Don't you know? Don't give up your day job to be a comedian. How do you know? You don't know what my day job is. Maybe I am a comedian, and that's my day job. Part was so bad, even Michael Jackson banned him from the Thriller movie, or the Thriller video. Oh, geez. Yeah. I need a Canadian flag. Hey, I'm not opposed to hanging a Canadian flag in here. You guys up north are cool. Actually, it's interesting. There's a town, and they're about an hour away from here in Idaho, and they fly both American and Canadian flags because they're like the first town you come into in Idaho if you're crossing the border there. So it's the same. I think there's you have to get to Canada from here. You have to drive east a little ways and then north. There's actually a lake that starts here in Montana, just north of us. And you can get on a boat on the lake, and you can take the lake all the way into Canada, and the lake goes up into Canada. So let's see. So I'm married, as I'm sure I've mentioned. I love my wife dearly. She is an amazing woman. And before her, I was dating this woman that was cross-eyed. Well, it didn't end up working out because we could never see eye to eye. Also, I'm pretty sure she was seeing somebody on the side. What do you think about that, Mater? That joke, that one sells out stadiums, man. Yeah, that was a cringe one. I know. And 6%, you live real close to a lake that you can. Do you live real close to a Great Lake? Because those are up there, aren't they? That sounds kind of cool, being right on a lake. Well, the snow's starting to really come down out there. We're supposed to have we're on a winter weather advisory or whatever. It's supposed to get pretty stormy, but we'll see. It's supposed to get down single digits, I think. Maybe not quite that cold. At least into the teens. It's supposed to get a lot more wind and snow, and we'll see. We had we had 1.5 feet on the ground, and then got a couple more inches. We probably had like 20 inches of snow, and then some of it melted because it got above freezing for a couple days. Now we're supposed to get more, so. St. Clair, okay. And you're surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, dill pickle. Huh. Seeing someone from the side. Where's Junkyard's wife? She's in the house right now. Okay. I'll stop with the awful jokes. And yes, Mater, it's okay. I don't make a living telling jokes. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to feed my family. Oh yeah. We're just having a grand old time. Well, we're up at the 2-hour mark on the stream. I think we'll cut it here. Oh, you guys like the awful jokes? Maybe I'll continue to tell them. Might scare Mater off though. He might not ever want to come on stream again. But yeah, thank you all for coming on and checking out the live stream and watching me tear down this ancient engine that has been a little bit disappointing. I like to recycle car parts. Does that include my beard? What are you trying to say? You want me to like cut my beard off and then glue it back on my face or something? Or you've heard worse jokes. I have worse jokes. I just don't know that I want to tell them in front of a bunch of people. But anyway, thank you all for coming and this exciting experiment. I'm going to try and come up with a plan for this engine. No live stream next weekend, of course, because Christmas, and possibly not the weekend after that. I'll try to make some sort of post on YouTube and on Instagram about all that. Hopefully I'll get the BMW video up before the end of the year. Things are just really busy right now, so sorry if you don't see anything new from me for at least a couple weeks. And then for the month of January, maybe we'll try to set something up, a different type of live stream while it's still cold. Just maybe a fireside chat type of thing. And you all need to check out all the people that are in here. Go to 6% Recycled's channel. He's got cool projects. Go to Mater's workshop. He's got some cool stuff he's working on as well. And he goes live at least a couple times a week. And they're always super fun. Juan knows because he's there a lot. And go to New Guy's Garage because he's got a lot of knowledge that he's dispensing. And go to New Guy's Guitar because he's got some cranking tunes. Am I missing anybody? I don't know. Go to East Coast Ken, he was in here earlier. Make sure to go to his channel. He's working on some cool stuff. And he's also on Tech's Talking Shop as well, which is another channel. But yeah, thank you. Have a good weekend. And your channel. Juan, you have a channel? What? How did I not know this?
I feel like I searched for your channel and I subscribed to you, but you don't have any videos. Well, if that's the case, either way, go subscribe to Juan. Oh, Juan, I feel awful. I'm sorry. Juan has some shorts up, so go to Juan's channel. Now I've got to watch through all of Juan's shorts. Go to Juan's channel and subscribe to him too. Oh, maybe when I subscribed to you, you didn't have anything. You should. Okay. Cool. Well, have a good week, and everybody have a Merry Christmas. Goodbye.